One of the central questions asked by the Land of Waves arc is what it means to be a ninja. For Haku and Zabuza, the life of a ninja was defined by using others and being used by others as tools. There's another character unique to this arc, Kaiza. He wasn't a shinobi, but his way of life meant the world to anyone he met. Before The Will of Fire was written by Kishimoto, before anyone ever said a shinobi was one who endures, there was Kaiza. Unwavering in his courage, unmatched in his resolve, Kaiza showed viewers and readers alike that you can fight for what you believe in. We meet Kaiza just as Inari does, unsure of who he is. He quickly reassures Inari, makes him feel safe, and shares his ideology with him. Where Inari was afraid to act, Kaiza is willing to do anything for the people around him. With his own two arms, he'll protect those around him. Here we can see that his arms are covered in marks and scars from acting on this belief. He's not just spouting words off, he's sharing how he truly lives his life. He tells Inari to live a life that won't leave him with regrets. He tells Inari that if something is truly precious to him, he has to protect it with all his strength, no matter what. He goes on to say that even if this leads to his own death, it will be proof that he led a life worth living. Where Ninja Way signifies a core resolve for shinobi to carry with them, Kaiza's beliefs were there for him. We then see him personally act on this. With the village flooding and lives on the line, Kaiza does not hesitate to jump into action. There's no time to think about what could happen to him, because he knows that if he doesn't try to protect the village, his family, his son, then his life wouldn't be worth living. It's with this that he plunges into the raging river and tears ahead, spurred on by the cheers of his people, of his son. Against all odds, one man who was willing to die for his beliefs made a difference to those around him. It was here that he became the hero for all. When Gato came to town, Kaiza's spirit never wavered. He stood up to Gato to try and protect his village, which got him crucified in front of everyone. In the manga, his arms were cut off to demonstrate that this man who used his strength to protect people could never be there for them again. Then he was killed. With this, Kaiza turned from the hero to a regret that everyone had. If he hadn't been a hero, he would still be around. He told Inari that if he died in his efforts, it would be proof that he had a life worth living. But no one else saw it this way. If everyone turned on his memory after he passed, what legacy did he leave? The story of Kaiza brings Kakashi to a discussion with Inari. He shares that Naruto's life is just one big painful memory, ripe with loneliness from not having any parents or friends. Despite this pain, he tries his hardest at everything and puts his life on the line in the hope that one day his growth will be recognized and respected. We see Inari have a vision of Kaiza. Naruto's story reminds him that you can be someone who endures no matter the pain in front of you. After Naruto saves Inari and Tsunami, Inari's own will is reignited. Kaiza sought to protect those who were precious to him until the very end. Naruto similarly wants to be strong enough to protect those precious to him, and so this philosophy gets passed through Inari and to all the villagers. Their memories of Kaiza are awoken with this new hope, and they all gain the courage to stand up for what they believe, to endure. Kaiza is the embodiment of a larger theme within the Naruto world, endurance. Lord Fourth was able to endure the difficulty of the Ninetales attack and come to terms with what he had to do to protect the village. Lord Third did the same against Orochimaru. As the series goes on, this endurance is dubbed the Will of Fire. Hiruzen and Iruka tell us that this is the ability to protect the village and those who are precious to us. This desire is a core theme for the rest of this series. Kaiza lived his life by the Will of Fire without ever having visited the Hidden Leaf. With his own strength and against all odds, he fought for the people he loved. In death, his memory is honored by those who remember his courage and not his fall. Kaiza showed the characters of this world and us, the audience, what it means to have a life worth living.